All this month, LA Theatreworks celebrates the history, culture, and people of California.
The Golden State.
Welcome to the hotel.
California.
California, here I come.
I'm Susan Lowenberg, producing director of LA Theatreworks. Think for a moment about Hollywood. If you're like most of us, you've conjured up images, both glamorous and unsavory, of the people you'd love to meet and of those you'd never want to cross. Playwright John Robin Baitz spent many years not just thinking about Hollywood, but living it, an experience which gave birth to the hilarious and unsavory characters in our story this week, Mizlansky, Zilinsky. Nathan Lane stars as a showbiz high roller with a slippery conscience who faces the ultimate Hollywood dilemma. What happens when the art of the deal turns into a battle for the ultimate double cross? And now, LA Theatreworks continues our California Month series with Mizlansky Zilinsky by John Robin Baitz, starring Nathan Lane, Harry Shearer, Richard Masur, Rob Morrow, and Julie Kavner.
Maybe next time we can get a table overlooking the marina.
Lionel, they wouldn't give us a marina table in a million years.
Yeah.
They wouldn't give us a table overlooking the marina even if the marina were suddenly filled with dead whitefish. Let's face it, a table facing the marina, we won't live to see.
If we had money, we would. I'm scared, Alan. You know, I'm in a thing where, frankly, I'm on a respirator.
You'll be fine, Lionel. You'll get something.
I was going to play James Coburn's assistant in this thing shooting in Baja like some Agatha Christie novella.
Yeah, you told
They
me.
wrote me out or hired a Mexican. I can't get a job. I had my own series, for God's
I know,
sake. Now
I
I'm
remember.
hustling to pay the gardener.
It's hard for all of us now. It's a drought. 1984 is a drought year. Maybe next year will be different. I think El Nino drove everybody crazy.
There's a new kind of craziness. They all get together, the bad people. It's like there's a brand new breed blown in on the Santa Anas, and they say, whose calls shall we not return, ever? You know, and it's always me. It's my calls. I was Tintoretto art detective for 3 seasons, and I...
Stop picking at that tortilla. You're making me crazy.
What are those green slivers in it? They scare me.
Cilantro and anchovies and a chive thing. It's baked into the corn. It's very, I don't know. It's. I had that in Cabo. I love the way. Don't pick at it. Eat it or don't.
It tastes like a fish slept under it. You like this?
Yeah. Oh, I ran into... It has a spicy undertaste. I don't like the lemon chili. It's Thai, but Oaxaca. Never mind the food. I ran into Mizlansky from Mizlansky Zilinsky.
He's scary. The mole butter, did you use it all?
So Mizlansky, I ran into him at 9255 Sunset. I'm having the meeting with that Swedish agent, you know, the very striking-looking Nordic Jewish fellow with the blonde. I mean, how is I can't believe his name is Goldenberg, and he looks like Lenny Riefenstahl's nephew, but with a big mezuzah on the door. Anyway, I run into Mizlansky in the service elevator, and a man is carrying, my hand to God, an oak knoll desk.
No.
It weighs 600 pounds, and he's so nice to me, you know. It's crazy how nice he is, like he cared and everything.
Let me look at the menu. They have a dessert here. It's a Manzanillo caramel yogurt flake on a butterscotch taco with a kind of creme anglaise glaze.
Lionel.
Like a chocolate turtle, but not...
Can I finish, Mike? I'm telling a story here, right? Mizlansky offers me the desk in the elevator, selling me a desk because he says that
Will you
now
look at that guy? Look at him.
Mizlansky tells me he's working out of his house from now on. He's going to be there.
I went to one of his Christmas parties. That scary house perched on a hill like a broken boat. You know, working out of the house is a nice way of saying broke. He must be out of money. Who works out of the house if they can help it? I mean, he must have
He said, no more. He's so excited. No more movie stuff. No more producing.
Really?
He's into some sort of crazy tax shelters, and he explains it to me. I'm carrying the desk now.
Tax shelters? Legal ones? Legal tax shelters? What?
I don't know. I assume not if it's Mizlansky. But he explains it. Some huge write-off. Apparently, it's the thing is, children's Bible story records.
Oh, God.
The master recordings. They sell them. Revelation Revealed, Tales of Ancient Mesopotamia, Sodom and Gomorrah, the true story. He showed me they're on the shelf at the Poor People's Retail Outlets.
He's doing a sales pitch in the service elevator of 9255 Sunset. Be cautious.
I sort of ended up spending the morning with him. We walked around.
How much did you give him?
No.
How much money did he steal? Never turn your back.
People who need tax breaks and are scrambling, apparently he has Mizlansky and Zilinsky. Zilinsky's running the New York office, and they have a phone room full of salesmen selling these Bible master recordings to accountants for their clients, and it's like a whole big business.
Look at the desserts. They have a cinnamon and mango sorbet and a flash-fried banana skin, which is better than it sounds.
I tell you, it was very interesting, Lionel, the structure of the business. There's a write-off, a depreciation. He explained it in detail.
Did you mention our project?
What?
Does he have money for the project? Is he interested in our picture? I would be so great as the Nazi hunter.
I don't think somehow that a serious drama about hidden Nazis in America is exactly what Mizlansky and Zilinsky are looking for here.
Yeah, I always liked Zilinsky. He was classy. He used to be an agent.
He was my agent, I know. But Mizlansky actually he's got a kind of, charming nastiness about him. I tell you.
No, do not tell me.
He asked me to come over later. I think he wants to do something.
You're not.
No, but the thing is, it's so dangerous. You could wake up rich.
I forbid it. I expressly
I don't want dessert, do you?
A cookie would be nice.
So we'll stop at Save-On.
Look over there.
What?
That girl, Wendy Fink.
Where?
She was caught giving full-release
her?
massages in a green Citron behind the Friars Club last May, and the Beverly Hills police banned her from working in city limits.
Really?
Then Brentwood got her. She's moving toward the beach like a virus.
Poor thing. She's ended up in the marina. She can't get much farther west than this.
Yeah.
Smile at her. Maybe she'll smile back. Come on,
Stop
smile.
staring. Will you stop? She'll see
Nice
you.
tush
You've
on
got
her.
tortilla flecks on your chin.
What?
She
Come
can
on.
see you staring.
Hello there.
Oh,
Hi.
God,
Hi.
she's coming over. Stop
Here's
staring.
Lionel.
Hi, Wendy.
Hi, Lionel.
My God, you look amazing.
Oh, God, my feet. I can't walk. And the allergens, Jesus, it's like some sort of chemical weapon. You can see the spores floating up Coldwater Canyon.
Davis.
This whole house is like a magnet for ragweed.
Davis, can we go back to the subject?
All right.
You're telling me that the IRS has called 3 times today? You're saying they've been...
Oh, Simon, can you not panic, please? It's so vulgar to see you with your eyes popping like Bela Lugosi, you know? And your face gets distended like a silent movie. The IRS, yes, they're sniffing. And I think the truth is, Sam is having a nervous breakdown.
Has Sam talked to the IRS? Has he blabbed?
Not that I know of. He's not a blabby sort of guy.
Well, is it because of the bookkeeping on the Deadly Kennel pictures? Is it lover of mink? Because we settled. Those claims were settled before I became your lawyer. I am not retroactively responsible
Simon. You have to relax and smile and get used to this stuff. Don't stand there interrogating me. Call them up, call them back, call the IRS guy, and make a deal and get rid of him. Offer him something.
We don't even know what they want. Look, I've only been your lawyer for a year. I don't know what you had going on. Davis, please.
Simon,
Yep.
This is the tax shelter business. Of course we're going to attract attention from the IRS. Just call and stall. Stop waiting to stall. Stall them now. They can never stall too soon.
But if Sam Zilinsky is telling the one thing and we have to coordinate our stories, how can you have a partner in New York who's having a breakdown?
I'm doing what I can. Nobody knows where he is. Just sit tight. He'll turn up. Hey, you want a Tangelo juice? They were at Trader Joe's. Huh? They're shipped in from this place called Isla del Sal, which means island of salt. Is that good? I wish I could buy Trader Joe's. Sit there stocking the shelves with nice little nuts and berries, and the customers ask questions, and you actually know the answers.
There's a telegram from Sam, and the man who was coming to teach you how to use the pizza oven apparently died in an explosion. But his nephew will be here next Thursday, and the massage girl, Wendy, she canceled.
Hey, Paul, A, never be accepting documents without checking first, especially now, okay? Now is not the time to be cleverly signing for things without first knowing what you're signing for. Also, B, don't answer the phone. Let the service pick up.
It was just a telegram from Sam. It's not like a subpoena.
Don't even joke. Don't play a game with me, okay? Hey! Now, Paul, did you get to Esther's? Did you get the thing I told you to get?
Yes, I got the thing. It was like, fine, I got it.
And nobody saw you take the thing?
Yes, I got the thing. I dropped it off at the Peretzian Gallery on Melrose. Like you said, God, I know how to do things.
What thing?
Nothing. Paul, did you finish writing the book of Job?
Well, see, the thing, I'm still working on it. It's a lot of the... it's depressing. I can't get Satan's voice quite right.
Well, how long does it take to do some plagues?
Well,
it's just the whole thing is about boils. Come on. Don't be a kid, be a good grown-up. Do your job and finish Job. We're recording that next week, please. If you need help, I'll rewrite it. Believe me, I know that story.
Well, it's just you keep giving me other stuff to do, and I'm like, And
I'll finish it. You go to Gelson's and get a couple of tins of Italian tuna, not the Portuguese. The Italian with the caper on the tin, the caper and the flour. That's actually a good porn title.
And...
Caper in the flour.
Also, you have a chiropodist, plus you're late for your allergist and the shoemaker.
Hey, just go and don't tell me in that tone of snide where I have to be. I know where I have to be, and you're lucky you have somewhere to be, too. Now go for the tuna. An even better porn title. And another thing, are you sure you didn't steal those ancient Egyptian ceramic cats I have?
You think I stole a pair of ceramic cats? Is that what this is?
Did you? Because I was just offered cash for it. $82,000 in cash. Give it back and we can split. Tell me. Tell me! Amnesty. Huh? Did you take it? Did you? I understand if you did. A weak moment. I do stuff like that all the time. I ran into the Beverly Hills cheese shop once and stole a hunk of Emmentaler. I didn't even like cheese.
No, God. I didn't steal your cats. Get off my head, man. I'm not like your butler. You hired me to be a story editor, and I'm just like... laundry boy.
Oh, he's such a smart-ass little spoiled Beverly Hills snot. I found him and saved him from the depths of his laziness, and all he does all day long is betray me nonstop like it's spectator sport. Read Sam's telegram.
Davis, I've made costly decisions all my life. Stop. Now the IRS came to the office, and I stood high above 6th Avenue and wanted to jump from the Mies van der Rohe black slate and into the black Manhattan night. Stop.
Stop. Oh, he's such a terrible writer with awful pretensions.
The IRS is after us because of you and your lies and me and my weakness. And today, as I tottered on the brink of the end, I tabbed the losses that have brought me to my knees. My wife, my children.
His children. Chronic underachievers with the complexions of non-stop masturbators. All of them. Furtive, sweaty little kids.
Davis, can I finish reading, please?
All right, I'm sorry.
Today I did something I should have done years ago. I took the money you deposited in the Cayman Islands, all $400,000 that you have appropriated from others and laundered.
That money was my emergency. Christ.
Oh, my God, you're hiding money.
In case of trouble, it was good for a little life raft.
Oh, God, Davis, I'm getting nauseous.
You're getting nauseous.
Maybe we should think about pulling the plug here.
We can't. No. I can't even afford to have my big Christmas party this year. There's no money for it.
Forget about the Christmas party. Your partner is cracking up.
I know. It's not even a real nervous breakdown. It's a walking kind, like a 24-hour bug. You could still smile and sign papers and go to lunch.
But is he competent?
In so much as he's utterly insane? Sure. Will you move? Jesus, you're sitting at an angle right in front of the sun, and you keep leaning, so it's like a jabbing in my eyes.
Fernbach from the IRS has a file on us. He had that dangerous fat boy gleam in his eyes that they get when they go after a fellow Jew. He hated me because I was wearing a good English jacket and had a beautiful Japanese pen, and he thought I was trying to make him look like a schmuck. He will never quit.
Now, what hurts me is to see a nice person who had the raw potential to run this town be reduced to this kind of undignified vulgarity and paranoia on the basis of one little nudge from the IRS.
The Cayman money I see is legitimately mine, as you have ruined any future earning potential I might have had. I will be in L.A. tonight, staying at the Casa de la Ventana del Sol on Wilshire in Westwood. We will talk, Sam.
Not good, not good, not good.
Perhaps the IRS tracked the Cayman money.
I was very careful. I know how to hide money, believe me. I grew up hiding money. I know how to hide money offshore. I could hide money from myself and never find it. In fact, I have.
Davis, I need to know what you've done that could leave us exposed.
Well, last year when we started the Bible story thing, I kept selling shelters past December 31st and then backdated the papers. I'm sorry I never told you, but I didn't think it was a big deal.
So you committed fraud. That's what they have, is it, Davis? Backdating papers?
The phones were ringing and the buyers were clamoring and I was selling. It was harmless. It was a service to the busy client who couldn't close before the end of the year. And ultimately, who cares?
The IRS. The IRS is not so sympathetic to cavalier, capricious attitudes, to dates. Davis, dates are all they have. They put people in jail. They send you to white-collar prisons where politicians write books and are born again and they rape you.
Hey, look, sweetness. Simon, my friend, you must think money is some sort of easy thing. 2 years ago, I was utterly in debt, living in a 2-bedroom apartment near Ship's Coffee Shop off La Cienega. I did not pull myself out of the south side of Chicago to end up staring at a toaster at Ship's, waiting for Raisin Toast to pop up. When we came up with this scheme, I realized I was on the verge of being able to protect my family, my ex-wives, my friends. Now, here we are. We have one big deal to close. The accountant from Enon, Oklahoma, Horton DeVries. You get us through this time, and you walk away with 2% of that deal. 2% of $10 million. From that deal alone. In 1 week, and after we're done, I just intend to go to Antibes, lie in the pool and read Chamfort, Montaigne, all the great frogs.
You speak French.
Never mind what languages I speak. Just fight the IRS guy hand to hand if you have to, from room to room, like a mensch. And I have to tell you now how much I love you, how much I respect and adore and am jealous of your talent, your brain, your whole look. And if you play it right, you will run this town.
Maybe you should call Sam at the Casa de la Ventana del Sol.
Yeah. I think I got the number in the Rolodex. I gotta close these deals, Simon. I've got construction people. I bought a little Hockney at the UJA auction. This is not the first time Sam has acted up. We had a big incident in Spain once.
Casa de la Ventana del Sol.
Sam Zilinsky, please.
You okay?
You know when he went nuts on the set of Los Gauchos Locos?
Hello?
Sammy! Sam? I got the telegram. Sammy, Sam, what is it?
Take me off the speakerphone.
Oh. Do you mind? I'm eating. I haven't had a moment.
Is somebody with you?
Jesus, no. Christ, listen to yourself. Look, we need to settle this. I just want you to be happy. If you want out, that's fine. It doesn't need to be desolation. You can quit the business. You can keep the dough. But we need to be able to have a conversation so that I'm protected.
I'm sure that there is somebody there with you.
Let's not do this on the phone. Let's sit down at Dupas for some double-dip French toast with all that powdered sugar.
I cannot be drawn into this. I cannot be drawn into... I don't sleep anymore. I didn't go into this business to be a crook. And I do not intend to protect you from the IRS guy. I'm going to tell him everything.
Sammy, I need to close the DeVries deal. I need you not to prevent that from happening. He represents 200 sales. So can we do this after I close? Could you not talk to the IRS, please, until January?
I have to tell you that I am sorry about this, and it's given me some kind of an emotional and psychic jet lag. I'm just tired. I guess that's my way of apologizing.
Well, I love you. I understand. I'm asking you to soldier on, one foot in front of the other until I close this deal. Dodge the G-men. We'll sort out our friendship later after the new year.
I don't know if the words after the new year have any meaning coming out of your mouth.
Let's get together right now. Anywhere you want. We can drive up to the lobster place in Malibu. We can meet on the sidewalk at Beverly Hills. We can sit at a park. We just need to make eye contact. I know that you function better face to face. Please.
Look, I need a day, all right? I can't face seeing you yet.
Oh, come on. We'll go look at some galleries and some shoes.
Don't you get it, Davis? I'm scared of you. Christ, I can't get you out of my head. It's all Mizlansky trying me out of my head.
You have to have a particular nature, Simon, to be a whore. You know? And I always made this assumption that Sam had that in him. He could be turned out and made to perform for his own good. Because some people are artists. Some people are truly charismatic, have integrity, have passion. And he doesn't. He's just a weak man with good taste and bad judgment.
Well, look, I don't want to presume on your relationship, but I have to tell you, he could betray you with the IRS guy, and they could shut you down. So I would not be quite so respectful of his need for solitude right now. I would get in my car and drive over there and settle this.
Alan Tolkien is here, Davis, and I have the right tuna.
That's not the right tuna. That's Genoa tuna. I need Florentine tuna. Because it has the right vitamins in the oil. Jesus, Paul, hey, man, can't you do the thing in a manner which is adult? The Florentine tuna has lipids in the oil which eat the plaque off your arteries. And by not getting me the right tuna, you are committing attempted murder!
They only had the tuna you said in the Italian.
Oh, look, son, I'm not your daddy. I'm not your mommy. You work for me, okay, darling? Now send in Mr. Tolkien.
Look, I have to go. If you don't mind, I'm going to go talk to a friend at the IRS and see if I can find out anything.
Simon, you're a wonderful guy, and you have the one thing that will ensure your success. Loyalty. Loyalty to people. Paul, you should learn from him. Simon, see if you... Talk to the kid here. He stole my 2 Egyptian cats.
I did not. Stop with the cats already.
Are you sure, Paul? You might have forgotten.
Davis!
Oh, God, a real grown-up. Thank
Davis.
God, Alan. Oh. These people that I take care of with their broken wings, all the little broken winged birdies who find their way to me. Oh.
This house, Davis, it's so unusual. It feels like...
I know. It's my refuge, my place of meditation. It makes L.A. feel like...
Japan.
Sedona. Spiritually clean, open, contemplative, pure, light. Hello, Alan.
Hello, Davis.
I'm glad we ran into each other, and I'm heartbroken to hear that things are not going so well for you.
No, I'm getting by. It's not, well, it's a little slow.
But what happened to all your projects?
Well, they're still very interested. I'm trying to do Good Soldier Schweig with, it's very funny. Mm-hmm. It's comedy.
Yes.
If I can do it with Schwarzenegger, if I can get to him.
Oh.
Also, the Golem, he'd be great as the Golem, or even as the Dybbuk. The Yiddish canon offers with Schwarzenegger.
Oh, yes, wonderful stuff. Funny and warm, but it's very hard. That's why I went into this tax shelter business. It's an alternative to all the craziness. Yeah. Look, it's great we ran into each other. I'd like you to come work on this thing with me. We need people with show business names. It's for the prospectus, even though they're crappy little kids' records.
Well, what would I do?
Well, we'll make it up as we go along. VP Development. How well do you know the Bible?
Which book?
Both Testaments, first and second.
Well, I don't know. I took a Bible as literature class at Brandeis in the old days.
Well, that's all you need. You could be in charge of the recording. See, Sam was, but we're just spread so thin. And here, look at the artwork on these cassettes. Revelation Revealed.
Oh. What is that? Like leaping over something?
It's an angel. Look, it's all about cover art on LP and cassette. They sell it at Kmart. It's an angel over L.A., which has been nuked.
But the angel looks like the Riddler.
It's Gabriel.
Oh, Gabriel.
The Riddler?
Yeah, well...
Revelation Revealed, it's a big title. Anything with the word revelation in the title. We sold about 50 different Revelation titles. It's a strangely popular book. These goyim love that crap. Rules, baby. Oh, they all need rules.
Davis, when you asked me to come over, I thought we could maybe... Well, I thought you wanted to discuss movie projects.
Oh, Jesus, hey, you don't want me. I don't want to be a movie producer anymore. I hate that world. If I never have to walk into a studio again, I'd consider myself a home run. Look what it's done to you.
This project I have, I thought you'd appreciate. The hunt for Nazi war criminals in the U.S. I brought the treatment for it.
Oh, look, I love the way you have stuck it out, the way you have this weird social conscience. But, sweetie, these people don't care about Nazis. They don't want a story. They don't want real. They don't want you.
Well, perhaps my value system's out of whack.
Don't talk about value systems in this area code. Look at my dentist, Martin Chayefsky, DDS. A brilliant man with a bicuspid, but he wanted to be a writer like his patients. He wanted to do an adaptation of, get this one, Camus, The Plague. I swear to you, and labored like some dental hygienist on that script. Cleaning, scraping, polishing. Finally, he gives up. He gives up in despair. And over Christmas, he's stuck in Bonwitz, in line, gets this idea, and writes Sleigh Ride, S-L-A-Y, Ride, about a department store Santa goes berserk with a hatchet on Wilshire Boulevard, mega hits. And you know what? All his patients who had sat through endless sessions in his chair listening to him on the subject of Camus were so relieved that he became Schlocko the Clown, because it took him off the shelf as a threat to their thin, watery little integrity. So let's not talk about a town with a value system, please.
He was my dentist. I know.
And you know.
But I know, but he had a breakdown. I'm not like him. I'm not ending up at Betty Ford eating yogurt. I'm a survivor.
That's what I'm saying. Move up. This town, this world is filled with the cautious, the bitter, the paralyzed. And I am offering you my hand in friendship.
I have to check with my wife. Because
I need a guy now. Sam Zilinsky has blocked heart valves.
Oh, my God.
He's got to rest. He can't sit worrying about studio time and checking the scripts. This is my end-of-the-year crunch. I have 6 weeks of business left.
You have 2.
See how time slips away.
Well, I could maybe give you a couple of weeks.
I need your whole being. You will walk out of here with a couple of $100,000. And your self-respect and my gratitude and some nice friends and an understanding of the alternatives to the movie business. What could be so wrong? You will be so thrilled.
Tax shelters just sound so...
Scummy, vulgar, sleazy. Yes, they do. I agree. Who cares? Who cares? Was anything we did in the service of making pictures any less scummy?
Well...
Was it worth it to steal the studio's money?
Well,
wait a minute. Didn't you steal a Chrysler LeBaron when we had that deal at Fox? You stole their Chrysler. That wasn't such a problem. It was funny then because we hated those people. Well, let me tell you about the people who buy this stuff. They're as scummy as the studio people. But they're worse because they're greedy. They're Republicans who have no regard for social programs. And you know what?
I didn't steal the Chrysler exactly. I just, when our deal was up, I never gave it back because I never asked for it.
Please, I approve of what you did. I stole a Mustang.
Really?
An Eames chair and a bag of costume jewelry belonging to Julie Andrews. The hills were alive, so I stole her jewelry.
Jeez, I had no idea.
I stole everything that wasn't nailed down. For what? For what? So that the guy Amuso and Frank wouldn't make me wait for a table. Well, maybe I'm cursed with the blessing of self-awareness. But at least I am able to distinguish between a small-time grifter working the backlots from being my own boss and ripping off some hicks who hate paying taxes.
Yeah, no, sure.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Well, you're right.
You
That's
hear
true.
me.
No.
That's right.
I agree. I should think about it.
Well, look. Maybe down the road we can find a way for the Nazi picture.
Really?
I got it. This is the right tuna.
Is there a caper on the label?
No, there's a fig. I thought maybe you got it wrong because there's a fig that...
No, I didn't get it wrong. You see, I want the caper. Not the fig, not the egg, not the chicken paw. The caper! In extra virgin Spanish olive oil from the Nunez press in Seville. Italian tuna in Spanish oil, okay? Now go back and get the right one, okay, sweetie, please?
Okay, there's a Mr. DeVries here.
Oh, okay. Seat him by the pool and offer him a smoothie. And also, did you get that swivel coupling thing for the vacuum?
Yeah, I went to 3 places. They don't know what it is.
Ugh, you go to Mrs. Gupta on Ventura Boulevard. And I dream of Cleanie. I don't want to explain this again. You tell the Indian lady that's Mrs. Gupta.
Yeah.
And she'll have it. The dust mites around here are getting in my eyes. It's making me tear up, so unless you want me filled with spores.
Okay. Yeah, the Indian lady.
The Indian
lady.
said... No, she didn't. She didn't say anything. Don't lie before you speak. Lie after you speak, okay?
Oh, okay, I won't. That's very good advice.
And don't suck up to me. Do the job. You're not getting anything special for sucking up. God! And I want a report from you on Mr. Token's Nazi treatment by tonight.
Oh.
You want a synopsis of a treatment? I mean, could it be any shorter?
Hey, I want coverage, full coverage. Has my daughter called?
Yeah, she wants her check. She's very angry.
What do you mean, she's very angry? What does that mean? Being angry is an action. That would require effort. It would actually take work to be angry, which would take time away from eating and screwing and telephoning Compton. Wait a minute. How come you were friends with her? Was it because it was a way to get to me?
Yes.
I love it when you're ironic, kid. If you stay ironic, you'll run this town. Man, will you run it. If you learn not to make my mistakes, my animosity, which got in my way, you'll run this town. Now go get the vacuum and the tuna. The ultimate porn title. And please, the joke with the cats has gone too far. It was funny, now it's not. Give them back, please. I have a cast fire. Look, Alan. I have a man sitting by the pool. He is an investment counselor from Eden, Oklahoma, representing a consortium of dentists. He's looking for 2,500 titles. I don't have them. I need a man. I need a man to run production, supervise writers, actors, recording studio time, and I need your name on the prospectus.
My name?
15 years ago, you were nominated for a Humanitas Award, right? We need credible guys.
But my name? Me?
I'm offering you a considerable amount of money. Quickly. We go back. You were my line producer twice. Come on, let me give you this. Here, a signing bonus. Count it. Cash.
Okay.
$5,000. Just for coming on. Just for being here in this room when Mr. Horton DeVries from Enid, Oklahoma walks in. Just for being polite. $5,000 for driving up the canyon. See? It's going to be a marvelous Christmas.
I guess I've said yes, haven't I?
Yes is a word that brings riches.
No is a word that brings tears. Yeah.
You remember. Send in Mr. DeVries, Paul.
Okay.
Now, Alan, be yourself. If he makes you nervous, excuse yourself. In the bathroom, there is a vial of Xanax and a bottle of Marglometil. They dissolve sublingually in about 36 seconds.
I'll be fine.
All right.
Davis, what a magnificent place. It's like Seville. I was sitting out there in the garden. You got the most beautiful koi fish.
Horton, the Oklahoma money maniac, you're here. Do you like koi?
We have a pond. We keep losing the poor thing.
Paul, I want you to put the biggest fish we have, catch them, put them in a baggie, and pack them up for Mr. DeVries.
No.
Yes. Huh?
Do I...
Get in the pond and use the net.
That's very kind, but you know I'm going from L.A. to Miami to Traverse City, and I just couldn't take big fish.
Oh, I love Traverse City, my friend. These are Mizlansky koi. They are sturdy. You could travel with these goldfish to Beirut. Swim them around in the Dead Sea, they'd still be fine. Take the fish. I need you to take the fish. As a symbol of our unity, and besides, the fish...
is the symbol of Christianity, is it not?
Well, thank you. Thank you very much.
Your meeting with my partner Sam in New York went well?
Golly, I love the guy. I mean, what a wonderful man. He is so learned. Such a sophistication. I just never get to meet folks like him.
Now, this is my glorious friend Alan Token, who worked with me on several of the pictures in the old Metro days. He has since gone on, let me tell you, to great things in television, movies. He produced Without My Father, that movie about children who...
Did you work on Sidewinder Summer?
Not only did he work on it, he was the unit publicist.
How'd you get the thing with the... You know, where the gaboon viper eats the seal at the nature safari?
Well, the technical kids, they did wonders with hydraulics even then.
Well, it's a thrill to meet all these creative artists.
Yes.
My clients are so excited. I've been making calls, explaining what you boys have come up with, and frankly, they are thrilled. They are so sick of oil wells. Because it's dangerous, you could actually hit crude, the well could be a gusher, and then what?
I can assure you that children's Bible stories are not gushers. They are not even tricklers. But the secret lies in positioning their potential in the marketplace in such a way so as to convey the faint and distinct hint of profitability somewhere down the line in a dreamy, alternate universe.
It's not a bad shelter. It's ingenious. Mm-hmm. The only thing I worry about is how you... Now, you have here on the letter of appraisal, you think the IRS will believe that a master recording of the story of the Last Supper with the voice of Flip Wilson...
I love Flip. This is such a stretch for him.
Now, you think the IRS is going to believe that's worth $250,000 over 25 years?
25 years? A quarter century? It's the Bible. It's
an evergreen.
It has staying power. It's a presence. It's not a game of Pong. Theoretically, that is the key word, theoretical. The product could perform very well over 25 years. Sure, will it? If I answered that yes, you would leave.
You see, Horton, it's a story. It will have value that outlasts computer games and oil wells. It speaks to children. It speaks to family. It speaks to home, Horton, to home.
To home. Is it so unreasonable to assume that a treasure such as this would not be worth $250,000 over a quarter of a century, sir?
The Bible, my friend, never goes out of style.
Amen.
I can't have the IRS hunting my clients down in a year or 3 years. Now, these men do go hunting.
I know. Understand. My counsel, Simon Brooke, has been consulting with tax attorneys in Delaware. Last year, we won the PTA award in Louisville and Lafayette for responsible children's recordings, the coveted Duck Award.
Yes, the Duck.
Well, I just have to tell the boys back home what we've got to look forward to. I want to make this deal. Now, in your prospectus, it says something about getting involved in some of your motion picture projects. Now, that's something that my folks would find sexy.
Well, we're currently involved in a very exciting project, Wolf at the Door, the hunt for Nazi war criminals in the U.S. Right, Alan?
Right.
I see, the hunt. Well, I'm sure they'd be interested, except for Dr. Volkhausen.
Well, frankly, this is not something I'm comfortable discussing at this stage, because things get swiped in this town. But I will say this. It's a serious subject, a nightmare. War criminals posing as regular people. We found a kid from Harvard who worked at the State Department. He has an extraordinary sense of the historical context. He knows the Holocaust backwards and forwards and was electrified into action.
Nazis. My.
Apparently, they're swarming all over Wisconsin. Madison is full of them. Stay out of Madison.
It's a kind of story that just doesn't go away.
It has an urgency.
You see, Horton, protection from the tax man is easy. But what isn't so simple is to find a world that is vibrating with possibility, that is meaningful, that gives you pride.
Pride.
That's what we're about here at Mizlansky, Zilinsky. Pride. The pride of being a part of something glorious, not being a victim, not being a weakling who cries when life is over. My mommy and my daddy ruined me. Please, can I go around again? Now! We are men who make money and build something.
Something useful,
The
Horton.
people who actually put bread on the table and save some for later.
Now, I have reserved 200 titles for you and your clients, the entire book of Deuteronomy, Numbers, Corinthians, and I think I can get you Exodus.
I do hope that Mr. Zilinsky will be available to meet with the clients. I just enjoyed him so very much. I mean, he took me to the most wonderful little place, Le Circle.
Le Circle, yes. I love that place.
I think that my clients would love to get to know a man of such scholarship and probity.
Well, he's back from a trip today. He's in from New York.
But
just for you,
well,
he's here.
I have to tell you, looking real good, real fine. I do wish one more thing. that you had more names of show business folks on your letterhead, though. You know, the more legitimacy you can show my clients, the better.
Legitimacy?
Credibility, you know, Hollywood glitter.
Oh, well, you mean like a star or something?
That would be just about right, a real Hollywood star.
My friend, we have had to turn stars away from this because, frankly, sometimes they're a little hard to handle. They need special water, a room with special lighting. They make you buy clothes. They try and seduce your kids. I don't want to name names. They are rude to your wife, but hey, if it's a star you need on the Mizlansky, Zilinsky letterhead, if it's a star that will close this deal, a star you will get.
Could you get Struther Martin? I just love that movie.
Yes, Struther is a very good friend of mine. He lives one canyon over.
Isn't he dead, Davis?
Or Darren McGavin.
Oh, he goes to my gym.
That Van Patten fella from the boat?
Yes. I saw him in Nate Now online on Wednesday. He was number 51. He's probably still waiting.
You know, and it would be helpful now if you could get someone who is not Jewish.
Excuse me?
Not Jewish. It's not me.
Oh?
No, it's just that some of the clients, not me. I just, I want to balance the. It's not me, you know.
I understand, Horton. I know you're not anti-Semitic.
I'm sorry. What? Would you mind repeating that?
I'm sorry. I told Sam.
Oh, he didn't say anything.
Well, I think that if you were to deliver, to get an endorsement from a personality, that would go a long way. You give me a star, an American star, that I can display for my clients, a John Wayne, a John Gavin, and I can virtually assure you I will give you the Enid and Tulsa Medical Financial Planning and Investing Group to do with as you wish.
Well, good, because I love an easy deal.
Well, then I'll call tomorrow. We get rolling on the paperwork.
Yeah.
And, of course, Sam Zilinsky, he'll be here.
Oh, he would have been here now, but he's just freshening up from his trip. The flight from New York would be hell.
Good to meet you, Al. And I'm sure that we'll be seeing more of each other in the weeks to come. I got to get back over to my hotel.
Bye-bye.
Davis, did you hear what he said? No Jews? It's been years since I heard that.
Yeah.
God, what was that aftershave he had on?
I didn't notice. I have septum trouble. But did it smell like lychee nuts? All these guys smell like lychee nuts. They can't make a deal without smelling like lychee nuts.
Yeah.
Look, your friend, the guy who had the series...
Lionel Hart.
Yeah, the one with the drinking problem.
No, he's been sober for years.
Yeah, get him. He's a name. He'll do.
Lionel?
Yeah.
Lionel Hart? Lionel Hartstein, whose father was a canner at Temple Bed Emanuel in Williamsburg, Brooklyn? That Lionel Hart?
Just get him. He played a detective on TV. They won't know the difference. It canceled out that he's Jewish. He's fine. Get him, and I'll give you another signing bonus, plus 20 for him. I need his name on the menu.
Davis, please, really. Be blunt. Tell me, are these shelters going to be trouble in any way down the line?
What do you think? It's the gray area. That's where this lives. It lives in the gray. It doesn't. It's an aggressive tax shelter in an area that the IRS has yet to shut down. Trouble is sometimes hard to define.
But am I dragging in Lionel, who is an actor, a public guy, weak, but a person with a name? Is he at risk of some kind of exposure?
An unemployed actor who squandered his good fortune on culinary trips to Provence and on Trader Joe's vodka? If I remember correctly, an unemployed actor who does plays in L.A. for a living? On Melrose? If I remember, Moliere at Equity Waiver? Is that the man we're talking about?
We're talking about my friend. He's my partner on several projects.
Well, maybe you should look at that. Hey, I know what it means to carry someone. I'm carrying Zilinsky right now. I'm sympathetic to loyalty. I'm offering you a chance to do a favor to a floundering friend.
Davis, don't underestimate his talent. Last summer, Lionel Hart played Prospero in Oregon at the Bardathon.
The Bardathon?
He was wonderful. You should have seen. He got a new agent out of it. He's up for a bunch of things, big things. He's
dead as cold mutton, Alan. Isn't he? So am I. And so are you. The only one who isn't is Mr. Horton DeVries of the Oklahoma Klan. I'm sorry, but here we are. Is it illegal? Who gives a shit if it's illegal or not? The question is, how much more of this life can you take? How much more?
Well...
Aren't you tired? I'm so tired. I just want to get my money and get out.
I don't know, Davis.
Hart would be playing host. He'd meet the Oklahomans and eat with them, and his name would be on a prospectus, and he'd narrate a few chapters and verses.
Okay. I'll go see him, Davis.
Talk to him about Hope. Tell him I offer it at 10% below cost, which is considerably better than any of his new agents will do.
I'll get back to you.
More of Mizlansky, Zilinsky starring Nathan Lane in a moment. If you've missed anything so far, you can listen online at latw.org or check this station's website. This is LA Theatreworks.
LA Theatreworks California Month celebration is supported in part by the California Arts Council, a state agency. Find out more at arts.ca.gov.
I learned early on that theater made possible the art of being someone else.
LA Theatreworks presents Act One by James Lapine from the autobiography by Moss Hart, directed by his son, Christopher Hart, starring Jane Kasmarek, Mark Jude Sullivan, and John Tenney. Young Moss will do anything to break into theater.
I will be the hardest working office boy you've ever had.
After a series of setbacks, he realizes he's got a long road ahead of him.
Goodbye.
Where are you going?
Hey. I'm going nowhere. That's where I'm going.
But when legendary writer George S. Kaufman takes an interest in his work,
Tell him yes. Very exciting.
Congratulations, pal.
Moss realizes it's his once-in-a-lifetime chance to make it big.
I spent an almost sleepless night anticipating my first test with George S. Kaufman.
You'll find Act One and hundreds of other audio plays at store.latw.org.
You're always competing with your last big success. You always are. And I particularly see this with actors who have success when they're very young. They have this life cycle that goes from that big hit then to the sort of the rented houses for a while, which I think is where Davis is, and then the little schemes that are sort of connected to the industry but also just outside it. And then eventually they sort of cash out and retire to the desert.
That's playwright and screenwriter David Rambo. You can hear more of our conversation at latw.org. Now, LA Theatreworks continues our California Month series with Mizlansky, Zilinsky by John Robin Baitz.
Okay. Caper, 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 caper.
God, I'd love some Hunan food. Paul, get on it. So, we got through. The next few weeks, we hold Sam up. I prop him up.
No. He's capable of blowing in any minute. I think you should settle with him. Let him keep the $400 he stole.
He can keep the man can. He needs to be protected from himself. He's my friend, not just some partner, Simon.
But I don't think he's stable. No. He's not going to be able to hold his own. I think that what will happen... Can I have a napkin?
Oh, sorry.
The IRS guy will focus on him because he's so weak. So what I'm proposing is we make a deal with him. A deal where he moves to France.
He moves to France?
I'd like to move to France.
Shut up.
We give Sam a % of the business. He gets the $400 and another 3% net, and he has to... Davis, you escort him. One-way ticket to Paris on the Concorde. He'll be back in a day.
He'll never do it.
He'll talk to the IRS guy any day. He'll cut a deal with them and turn you in.
He may be... God, I love these smoked dried red peppers on the squid.
It's a special, it's a dried chili from Hunan. The chef there toasts them in a Mandarin smoker.
Hey, Paul, can I ask you a question? Are you just a little bit gay?
Duh. Yeah, I am. I'm not pretending.
No, you're not gay. Don't say that. Please don't be gay. We don't need more gay Jewish guys running around Beverly Hills, buying little Italian sweaters and espadrilles. Just can't you get your pee-pee untwisted and go straight, please? I swear, if you're going to David Geffen and Barry Diller's house for pool parties, I'll fire you.
If I were going to David Geffen and Barry Diller's house, I certainly wouldn't be working for you, pal.
Oh, I like the mustard lemon chicken and bok choy chai thought. Oh, that's a good choice. Who came up with Pacific Rim?
Porn people.
Everything is sex with you, isn't it, son? Strecker, tell me, once and for all, did you steal the Egyptian cats? If you tell me now... It would make it so much easier. I have a cash buyer. I'll cut you in on it. I'm not here.
If it's the IRS, tell them to call back later.
Hello, Mizlansky residence.
Paul, this is Esther. Put Davis on. I know he's there. I drove by on my way to Pilates class, and I saw him scrunching around in the living room like the rat he is.
Hi, Esther. What can I do for you, my darling? It's been a long time.
I have one question for you. Are you in big trouble, Davis?
Excuse me?
Davis, Trekker walked right into my apartment and stole my Christo sculpture.
Your Christo sculpture, did you say?
The wrapped brick. Now, honey, not only have you not paid alimony for 8 months, but now you're sending the kid sneaking into my home and ransacking. Understand, my neighbor, Mrs. Mojigan Taksanagi, actually witnessed this, so denial is futile. Now, you do not know this, but I have had to go to work at Neiman Marcus spraying ladies with... spraying innocent girls with some sort of eau de cologne which smells like a banana lime dessert from the Cheesecake Factory, and this I do for $3.26 an hour, and I do not mind it because it's better than having to fight you for my money. I would rather stand in heels in Neiman's, Davis, than humiliate myself for money you owe me, because, well, that's just humiliation. But hocking you for money just makes me another one of last season's suckers. Davis? Hello? I take it your silence is affirmation. Good, okay. Now look, I wish you only well, and I don't blame you. I know things are rough, but I'd like to ask you, think of me when you sort it all out, okay? When you're back on your feet, and I'm sure you will be, and when the other ex-wives are snapping at your ankles. Remember, I could have turned you in. I could have gone to the Beverly Hills Police. I could have made life tough for you, but I never have. So keep the money for the Cristo. I'm sure you sold it already, and forget the back alimony, but... remember, when you lie in bed, your throat's swollen with allergies and your head bursting and your hiatal hernia pounding and some gal is pounding beside you, remember me. And you're rich again, but it feels like there's something gritty in your eye. Remember me and send over a check. Okay, pal?
Esther.
Because I can keep working at Neiman's for as long as it takes if I know that I'm your one little shot at decency. Well, you don't have to do it. I mean, you don't have to make promises, but I think, honey, if you behave like a gentleman, which I know you are, then maybe, just maybe, you'll get a little peace sometime. Remember, I taught you how to dress. Remember, I taught you about Jasper Johns and Max Ernst and Stravinsky and the Hotel del Accademia in Venice, and send over double. What your instinct tells you, double your instinct, honey, okay? One day, okay? Just give me a yes, and you won't hear from me. I'll wait. I'll go to the mailbox and wait for a check, but not for a while, okay? Be the Davis Mizlansky who did one slightly impressive thing, because if you don't, what will you have? So on the big day, when the big payoff finally comes in, I want you to say half goes to Esther for the sake of my soul.
Okay, Esther, okay. Half goes to Esther.
Oh, that's a good boy, Davis. Now, Davis, remember, if you screw me, I'm going to send some boys from Kiev over to see you. Some kids from the south side of Beverly Hills, and you know the only thing they like more than a plate of pierogi is breaking a leg.
I'll get it.
She always believed in me. Unlike all the other people in my life, she believed in me. the way Pat believed in Dick. And I've killed her. Selling perfume.
It's Mr. Fernbach from the IRS. He's in the foyer, and he won't leave until he sees you guys.
Simon, take care of him. String him out.
Right.
Paul, offer him a plate of that Hunan chicken. Make sure you give him a lot of those chilies. Nothing to drink. If he asks, tell him the water's been turned off. Don't give him a drink. I'm going to slip out the back, go down the hill and see Zilinsky before he sells us down the river Styx.
This is LA Theatreworks' production of Mizlansky, Zilinsky by John Robin Baitz. Our story continues in Hour 2.
And if you could narrate No, No, Noah, the musical story of Noah and the Ark.
Oh, no, I've done a lot of kids' theater. I love doing it.
Oh.
I started out with the Trotsky Tots Company in Pittsburgh in '66.
Great! Look, Al, listen, I need you to get working on quality control on the masters.
Quality control?
They're here.
Oh, Paul will show you the ropes.
Sam and DeFreeze, I put them in the sunroom, and they want to hear one of the Job series.
Wait, quality control?
Yeah.
Me?
Should I give them something, Davis? Soccer torque? Percodan? What?
If you've missed anything so far, or can't wait for Hour 2, you can listen online. Go to latw.org or check the station's website for more information. Next, playwright John Robin Baitz on why revisiting the days when it all seemed so easy is maybe best not done right after a heart attack. Playwright John Robin Baitz wrote the first version of Mizlansky Zilinsky in 1984. He was 23 years old and a member of our writing workshop. We loved the play so much we decided to produce it. It launched his career. Here in an article from the New York Times, actor Eric Stoltz reads Bates's reflections on his early days navigating the dark side of Hollywood.
Like many writers, I have a drawer dedicated to abandoned and unmanageable projects. I call it my drawer of misery, full of false starts and wonderful little trinkets of flash and mortification. By 1987, the longest tenant of the drawer had been a slim, one-act piece from 1984 called Mizlansky Zilinsky, or Schmucks, about the lives of some desperate cases on the fringes of the movie world. I hadn't thought of Mizlansky for years when, in the summer of 1987, LA Theatreworks asked for permission to revive the play for radio. I said yes, under the misapprehension that it meant no real work for me. Then, a month before they were to record it, I looked at the pages for the first time in 8 years and found the unformed writing of a young man. The thought of it being recorded was unbearable. I went back to work on the piece out of shame and fear. But I was now 36 years old and recovering from the mortality shock of having undergone sudden open-heart surgery. I found myself more fragile than I realized. I opened my drawer of misery to help let some light back into my life, and in so doing, the world of the play came back vividly. I was then in my early 20s and had prematurely stalled out under the smog burn of LA instead of sensibly going east to college, and so I had fallen in with what might be called a den of thieves. My employer was a middle-aged film producer who had stumbled out of the movie world and into a lucrative side business, selling questionable tax shelters. The world of Mizlansky, Zilinsky and Company was one of a gang of men who had a secret language all their own. There were lists of enemies, last-minute side deals, and desperate attempts to make the last few killings. To my gang of outsiders, there wasn't anything that wasn't at least slightly comedic, even their own rise and fall and fall. All of that occurred to me as true, mine, and worth writing about again, after a death scare and a visit from its shadow buddy, melancholy. But in opening my drawer of misery, I met this new kid playwright. He didn't know much about the theater, but he had a keen eye and a good ear, and was blessed with an easy sense of humor. I believe he helped me relocate some of those fading qualities, as well as a trajectory back to the world of the living, after finding myself, to paraphrase Dante, astray in a dark wood in the middle of the journey of my life as a writer.
You've been listening to Eric Stoltz read from an article by John Robin Baitz, the author of Mizlansky Zilinsky. This is LA Theatreworks' production of Mizlansky Zilinsky by John Robin Baitz, starring Nathan Lane, Paul Sand, Richard Masser, Rob Morrow, Grant Shaw, Julie Kavner, Harry Shearer, Robert Walden, Samantha Bennett, and Kurtwood Smith. Directed by Ron West. For updates on LA Theatreworks, follow us on Facebook and Twitter, and email your comments or suggestions to radio@latw.org. I'm Susan Lowenberg, producing director of LA Theatreworks. This is LA Theatreworks. I'm Susan Lowenberg. As long as there's been a Hollywood, we've been fascinated by the archetype of the show business high roller with a slippery conscience. So what is the appeal of this modern-day anti-hero? Find out as we take an insider's look at the underbelly of Tinseltown this week on LA Theatreworks. In Hour 1 of Mizlansky Zilinsky, it's early 1980s Los Angeles, where the glamour of Hollywood's golden age has faded to a cheap veneer. Davis Mizlansky is a sophisticated film producer.
I stole everything that wasn't nailed down.
With a little business on the side.
Children's Bible story records?
Oh, but he's got a problem.
If you screw me, I'm going to send some boys from Kiev over to see you.
A nervous partner.
You've made me a Watergate character!
Demanding investors.
It would be helpful now if you could get someone who is not Jewish.
And a world coming unhinged.
It's Mr. Fernbach from the IRS. He won't leave until he sees you guys.
What happens when the art of the Hollywood deal turns into a battle for the ultimate double-cross? Find out in Mizlansky Zilinsky by John Robin Baitz, part of our California Month series, starring Richard Masur, Julie Kavner, Harry Shearer, and Nathan Lane as Davis Mizlansky.
Are you sure you didn't steal those ancient Egyptian ceramic cats I have? Tell me. Tell me!
Produced by LA Theatreworks.
Good God, I hate your room. It's a flop house. It's a suicide hotel. Sam, the colors. You have the Irwin Allen suite.
I mean, expensive, cheap hotels on the fringe of luxury, it's just where I'm most comfortable, Davis.
So, kiddo, what? You flew to Grand Cayman, bought some Havanas, went to our little bank on the beach, you withdraw the dough, but what do you think while you're doing it? I just want to know, standing there on Cayman Beach with an Asprey bag filled with my money.
Yours, yeah, but of course it's all yours, isn't it, Davis? What do I think? I thought, well, it's not much, but I can live on it. If I have to run, I can live. Just. I can move to Mexico, say to San Miguel Allende, and live quite nicely at the interest off $250,000. I'm free, finally.
What with the peso and all, sure, a sort of bohemian grandeur, a certain squalid expatriate romance, right? Of course, if you make a deal with the government, you don't have to run, do you? Listen, pal, you're in the middle of a nice, big, sloppy, nervous breakdown. And I'm not going to get in the way, except I can't let you hurt yourself.
I promise you I am not having a breakdown, Davis. I feel pretty good. I mean, I feel like I'm breaking free.
Free of?
Why, you, of course.
I did not realize I exerted such a pull.
You really don't want to hear me analyze our relationship.
I thought it was a friendship. I didn't realize it was a relationship. I thought we were best friends.
Yes, but what does that mean to you? Does it mean you can bully, dictate, lie to, manipulate?
Sam, this is such an embarrassment to our...
What? To our what?
To our manhood, for one. It's so female, this thing you're drawing me into. Men do not have this talk.
What, men? Don't talk about their relationships?
It's vulgar, it's unseemly.
To talk about feelings makes you nervous.
It makes me sick, frankly. It feels dirty.
Oh, it feels dirty to talk of feelings. It feels sticky. It feels...
With you, filthy.
Ah, that's so interesting because, well, Dr. Bellamy thinks that you're a homosexual, so I can see why you might find this discussion threatening.
I'm a homosexual?
Yes, a particular type of non-active emotional homosexual who preys on the affections of men who have fraternal instincts, yes.
Fraternal instincts? Who do you think you are?
The actual notion of a homosexual encounter is repulsive, but the primary drive you have is toward your own gender.
And who, pray, is Dr. Bellamy? Some Park Avenue seer, no doubt, filled with a magical Viennese wisdom.
Dr. Bellamy is no joke. Dr. Bellamy escaped Buchenwald, and he has saved half of Broadway single-handedly. He has virtually eliminated the problem of stage fright.
How unfortunate. But more important than the problem of stage fright, does Dr. Bellamy think you are a homosexual too?
Dr. Bellamy thinks that everybody's a homosexual. But the issue of escaping the oppression of a relationship with someone who is stronger...
Oh, and which one of us is that?
You, of course.
Me, of course?
Yeah, obviously.
Really?
Yes, my God, Davis Mizlansky, the toad of Toad Hall of Beverly Hills. You are a psychosexual hysteric, eluding, pillaging anarchist.
That's what you think? That I am the bully, that I'm the maniac, that I am the pusher, that I am the force of nature?
Yes!
Don't interrupt!
I wouldn't think of it.
Well, have we ever, leaving aside, let's put aside the thing about being a homosexualist for a moment. Let's put aside how offensive and dumb and creepy that is. Let's shun that off to one side and examine the many ways in which you dominate me.
Me? Me dominate you?
Yes.
Are you crazy? Do you know what you've done to me? You've made me a Watergate character.
No. Let us talk about one-upsmanship. Let's talk about the problem of green suede Oxfords. Where did you get them?
Tokyo.
Exactly. You got your shoes in Tokyo. Now, the way this normally works is you wear the shoes, I see them and go crazy, call Tokyo, and they don't have them ever again. And yet you continue to wear them to torture me, so that I then try and have them copied without you knowing, at great cost and with only satisfactory results.
It's crazy, I know. I have style. I mean, having style is not a sin. It's hard work, and if you have to copy that, fine. But where in the story do I impose all
No, of course not. Of course not, because that is what you do. With all your leisure time, you shop for things to make me jealous.
I see. This is the hostility of a man who hates everyone who thinks might have had some kind of an advantage.
Advantage? Privilege? Because, yes, I pulled myself up out of the south side of Chicago and did not graduate high school. Yes. I grew up across the street from Saul Bellow, who never even smiled at me. Yes. I saw nothing. And I became my own boss in a world of pigs. Because we know that the world out here is one of pigs in heat.
Perfect. Pigs in Heat. The Davis Mizlansky story. A slick hardcover roman à clé. A psychosexual backstabbing tale of a man betrayed who wants to dominate and sodomize all men and who wants to rape, sodomize, dominate, and then perhaps marry all women. Jeez. Look, I know a really nice Egyptian shrink in Echo Park. I mean, she's smart, she's attractive. I mean, she'll get to the bottom of all
Please,
it.
enough. Look at what you're reading in a Wilshire Boulevard motel. The collected letters of Horace Walpole, 4th Earl of Oxford. Now, come on, really. Look, you've proven my point.
Walpole is no joke. His survey of English art is standard. I mean, there's a standard text on the development of...
I mean, come on, please. Concede the point that this is absurd.
I concede the point. Yes. To read Walpole in the Casa de la Ventana del Sol on Wilshire Boulevard is absurd. But Davis, it's over. Because you are just a cancer to my soul, even though I love you.
I've been a damn good friend to you. I believe. Like spending a fortune optioning Spiro Agnew's life story. I've been a good friend. If I am not rewriting too much history.
No. Perhaps you know me too well. Perhaps I know you too well. Maybe to be known so well, it's just too much. I can't bear that. I can't stand the scrutiny.
Look, let's put all this emotion in the drawer. We have practical issues here. The deal with DeVries. Have you talked yet?
What do you mean?
To the IRS. Have you whined and seduced and blabbed to Mr. Fernbach?
I don't know how much longer I can hold back. I mean, they're promising me immunity if I cooperate. They have us dead to rights on backdating, on fraud.
Listen, they have nothing. They have nothing. They have conjecture. There is no way they can prove any of it. Listen to me, Sam. Sam, help me close the DeVries deal and you walk away with at least a few million. My God, it's half written. The check is half written, sitting there waiting.
God, Davis, no.
Sam, you owe me something. This is the last chance I will ever have to make any money. Look around, look around. RLA is evaporating. The new generation, the new mailroom kids, they look like they never sleep. They never have any fun. And I've run out of ideas.
Well, I just don't need as much as you do, buddy. I just don't need this last deal.
The money you stole, it was all I had. Everything else has gone into the business.
We both know that this is a lie. We both know that you always have something hidden somewhere. Don't you?
I honestly don't.
Really?
I pillaged myself. I had to steal a Christo sculpture from Esther.
I know that Christo. She loved
I had to sell it to some Melrose Gallery people.
Isn't she mad?
She knows what's important. She cares about me.
Yes, exactly. And you stole from her. Now, what does that say about...
Think of me! Please! Sammy, DeVries fell in love with you. You seduced him. Now, please deliver. String the IRS along. Help me close this deal. And you're on the next flight out. It's my last deal.
Davis, listen to you. You're an addict. This is morphine to you.
I'm on my knees.
No, you're not.
In my heart, I am. Anything, any way you say it has to be, just say yes.
Do you think that I relish the prospect of living in exile? This deal is going to make the papers. It'll make me one of those guys you read about, some criminal living on some beach. Do you imagine that this is what I wanted for myself? Never to be able to walk down Madison Avenue again? Never to... No, I at least feel somehow a part of American life. A small part, but relevant to the whole thing. I mean, voting.
You vote?
No, but I can if I want to. I mean, if someone actually comes along and I wanted to, I could. There is patriotism. There is the pull of your country.
What are you, Whittaker Chambers, all of a sudden? This is a little business deal, not the pumpkin papers.
No. Being part of the discourse, part of the American dialogue, part of democracy, and all that will be taken away from me. All these aspects you seem to take for granted. I don't know if you're going to miss it, but I know that I will. And for what?
No, I can see this is a serious issue with you. I had no idea you took your citizenship so seriously.
Oh, the thing to do is to figure out what it's worth to you. To have me sell my rights for this dialogue.
It's nice that your patriotism is so negotiable.
Call it what you want. I mean, if you want the deal, you have no choice. And that gives me a certain pleasure too, Davis. I want 60% of the DeVries deal.
We aim to please. You've got yourself a deal. Congratulations, Sam. You're going to be rich again for the last time in your life. Of course, the big trick for you will be not to blow it all on cute green shoes from Tokyo. Personally, I give you about a year and a half.
Listen, Lionel, I brought you lunch because
God, the sauce is hot.
It's the Tapas specialty. Listen, I want to tell you about...
So now, what it comes down to, reading between the ghastly lines, what my agents tell me, is that I'm unemployable still. Because of the last time I slipped, 2 years ago. 2. 2 years of meetings and chips and being straight, I get hired to play drunks. Only these drunk
I know,
guys.
it's terrible. It's so... don't they know
But
how good you are?
I keep doing it, giving, bloodletting. I keep doing plays to show them, but nobody comes. Nobody saw me do Prospero in Oxnard.
I thought it was Oregon.
I sent out a couple of thousand cards. If only I had been nominated for an Emmy for that last thing.
What was that?
You know, the movie of the week thing I did last season. The one about hyperactive Burmese refugee kids.
Oh, yeah.
Because she is broken, I will be blind.
You were great.
You remember that? And then Endgame. I got great notices.
Go back.
The LA Weekly Award for the Beckett Marathon. But I'm down to fumes. Fumes here financially. I do these plays, Alan, because I love them. But I'm dead. This passion for art has killed me.
Well, Lionel, you know, nobody's going to let you starve, baby.
You know,
That's
the thing
why
is, I keep trying. I keep adapting myself. But when I see my life, I hate going out, running into people. I went to see a play in La Jolla, and this actor who used to worship me sees me in the lobby, and he comes up to me and he says, "Who are you understudying?"
Oh, my God.
I turned livid purple and all tight like my retracted. I died with rage.
Horrible.
Stridling, and God, Carrie Fisher was standing there watching.
Don't say that.
I went into the bathroom and cried.
But look, you're still well known. People ask for your autograph. I've seen them. You get approached all the time. It's just you have to ride out the reputation you got as a 2 martinis before noon kind of guy, you know.
I hope I get this space thing. They've asked if I'm available to play the Skeena-type ambassador, guest star, 6 episodes. So who knows? Maybe something.
What?
Who knows? Maybe it would lead to a regular thing.
I'm sorry, what? A Skeena what?
A Skeena-tope.
Huh?
It's a kind of a space rodent on Star Attack.
Rodent?
You've seen that, you know, with the scrunchy face and the furry thing. But if you do it, then you can go. You know, they have these crazy weekend conventions, and you can pocket 15 grand. A Skeena-tope ambassador can easily pocket 10 grand cash.
Really?
At an airport Hyatt.
Really?
Yeah. You sign cards and autograph, and crazies all come out for it. Everyone loves the antenna.
Listen, Lionel, I got some good news for you.
Really? Good news for me? I sure could use some.
There's a situation, maybe it could lead to us being able to do the Nazi picture, you know, if it works out right.
Really?
It's Mizlansky, Zilinsky.
I see. Oh, well, Mizlansky, Zilinsky, the schmucks.
Lionel.
So you got in with those guys, huh?
They would like you to be the pitch man. You would meet the buyers. You would do a little promotional video. The star of Tintoretto, art detective.
So, I'd be the corny guy.
Yeah, look, fine. Have an attitude about it, but
Look,
the
all
point...
I have is my name.
Your name.
If this is illegal, I'm not going to get called to do stuff.
Like what? The Space Rodent Ambassador on Star Attack? Is that what your good name is? All right, look. You know what? Look, you know what certain books don't do well? They end up on that table. We're remaindered people, Lionel.
What?
You're waiting for a call to play an intergalactic rodent, for Christ's sake. Come on here.
That tone. I hate that tone.
What?
You sound like Mizlansky. My friend, I am broke. But I can't risk what little I have. I was brought up to believe in myself, which is why I stopped drinking. I have my self-respect. But what I can't have is a best friend undermining
Look,
me.
if you're so committed and passionate about making the Nazi picture, I don't see how being the pitchman on this little thing is so awful.
No, I guess.
I mean, let's be honest. Is it any worse than the Skeena-tope ambassador?
Well,
think about it, Lionel.
I think there is a certain dignity in the Skeena-tope. The Skeena-tope represents a quest for universal understanding and looking past, physical appearance.
And you're saying there's dignity in going to the Hyatt and signing autographs also. Just so we're clear here.
Please,
right?
If I need to have illusions, then let me.
All right, right. No, I understand that. I'm just trying to get you some money. What's so bad?
I know. God, I'm still hungry. Maybe we should get some albondiga soup.
So, look, Lionel, will you come to the meeting? Because it's good for the Nazi.
I'll come. I don't want to.
Lionel.
Can we not talk about it right now?
You'll come.
Not? Please. I just want
Great.
to
Let's get
enjoy
some
my
soup.
albondiga soup.
Okay, I'm just trying to catch up with you, Mr. Braithwaite. That's all I'm saying here.
That's fine. Very hard to get hold of you. I called your New York partner, Mr. Zilinsky. I've been his client, and I got no answer, so I do hope you don't mind.
Oh, I'm glad you had the good sense to call me at headquarters.
See, the thing is, we bought 3 titles from you through Louis Peckmeyer, CPA of Elbow Lake, Minnesota.
He's a good man.
Now, I can't seem to get him either, so...
Oh. Yes?
It's a little... I'm a little worried. Those 3 titles are Psalms set to dulcimer.
Great.
Exodus for preteens.
I love that one.
And Water into Wine, Fishes into Loaves.
Very good choices.
But the problem is the Psalms thing has no dulcimer. There's no music at all. And the Exodus is really, sort of Deuteronomy. Although I don't recall anyone named Shirley in the Bible.
No.
And the third, the Fishes one? Sir, that's just a blank.
Are you kidding me? How could this happen?
And we paid a total of $104,000 for those masters.
I know.
Now, if that is the product that's going out to the stores,
Mr. Braithwaite.
Well, the IRS is not going to...
I know.
I mean, the product...
Mr. Braithwaite, I mean,
I don't understand. A blank!
This has never occurred in the history of our business.
Mr. Braithwaite, I'm Simon Brooke, head of product standards here at Old Brompton Corporation, and what I think happened is that somehow some incomplete tapes were... We had as part of a church program, hired some inner city youths, some minority kids, and the truth is, the sad and hard fact is, they actually couldn't read, and they were too shy to say, and so we had a bad day before we figured that all out, and all sorts of mishaps occurred.
Yeah, see, you ended up with the mistakes. Now, these poor ghetto kids, it's a big problem, but it's a very vital part of our program. We have the backing of several, the Congressional Black Caucus, all sorts of caucuses. These kids, we're training them, God bless them, slowly, very slowly, but we feel obligated to go through with it for the kids.
Because the quality of the sound...
Yes, sir.
Well, it sounds like the tape...
Yes?
Like someone had a little tape player running on a battery. Mr. Peckmeyer sold us these. He said they were good shelter, but we're concerned. It's such a squirrely thing.
And speaking of squirrels, it must be real beautiful in Arkansas this time of year. The magnificent white cover fir trees, the golden sky, the quiet family time.
Mr. Mizlansky, this is God's country, sir. It's always family time. So the situation will be... You'll send the good tapes?
Be resolved by tomorrow, and it's great to meet you like this. Oh, what a pleasure. If you come to L.A. at all, we're in the book. We're located in...
Silver Lake.
Right near the airport. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Bye-bye.
Well, Merry Christmas and Happy...
Okay, now, we have Token fix this. Why did we let Trekker handle these things? Jesus, he's such a... He's stealing from me because he gets paid a bonus for every master recording. I can't do it all, man. I can't be in charge of... I'm holding it all. I'm having it... My hiatal hernia, it's like an acid milkshake.
Davis, we are getting at least 5 calls a day, and most of them are a lot more agitated than Mr. Braithwaite. I'll tell you, Davis, I am begging you, just pull the plug.
No.
Our production line doesn't seem to be functioning. I think if we pulled the plug now, that would be enough to get the IRS off our back.
No, Jesus, I got it. We should close the DeVries deal tonight. So we're going to have to somehow ship out a few hundred titles. Somehow, some creative effort is going to have to prevail here,
Hello, Davis. I brought an old friend of yours with me.
Oh, Lionel, look at you, my God. It's been way too long, my friend. This is my attorney, the quick-witted and brave-hearted Simon Brooke.
Hi, it's great to meet you. We go to the theater a lot, my wife and daughter and I. We saw your Endgame. Really? Staggering.
My God, you saw that in Pomona? At Theater Bistro Under the Stars?
We love Beckett. What can I say?
Anyway, you look just great. Amazing to see you fit in a good place. And I know you've been through some turbulence, but it's the rough parts that make the good stuff matter, right?
That's right, Davis.
Oh, when did we do Sidewinder's Summer?
Oh, God, 73, 74.
People still talk about you being eaten by the snakes. 6 minutes of viper mastication. Close-ups, wide angles, chewing.
Oh, that was a rough shoot. In the desert, no food, those snakes everywhere.
We had some real great days, didn't we, Lionel? Oh, Were you in the thing I did with the hippies, the orgy thing? Patchouli blow up?
In it? I had to be naked. I was finger painted by naked people.
That's true.
I had to close my eyes. Oh, yeah, I can still feel those hands. I took a shower and cried afterward. I had bottle green water paint on my...
I remember, yes.
But we've moved on to more adult pursuits, haven't we? This is the Nazi
Well, I'm
script.
thrilled that you're here with us. This is a breeze. Now, listen, all you have to do today is stick around, smile, nod, meet Mrs. DeVries, who's a sweetie, and, once we're talking about the actual business, you can excuse yourself.
Oh, sure, fine, easy.
Easiest money you'll ever make. Not like being painted.
I hope.
It's really simple. DeVries is a big fan. He loves your work. And has Alan showed you what we're doing with these recordings? It's very exciting. And if you could narrate No, No, Noah, the musical story of Noah and the Ark.
Oh, no, I've done a lot of kids' theater. I love doing it.
Oh.
I started out with the Trotsky Tots Company in Pittsburgh in 66.
Great! Look, Al, listen, I need you to get working on quality control on the masters.
Quality control?
They're here.
Oh, Paul will show you the ropes.
Sam and DeVries, I put them in the sunroom, and they want to hear one of the Job series.
Wait, quality control?
Yeah.
Me?
Should I give them something, Davis? Soccer torque? Percodan? What?
Don't make jokes, Paul, okay? We have grown-ups present today.
Davis, I have the Nazi script. Now, I know Al mentioned it.
Yes, I hear there's a real buzz on it.
Well, we had a meeting with a group of retired rabbis who said they might be willing to help with the financing.
Maybe we should have a cocktail party for the rabbis. A serious roundtable discussion where we explore the, issues. But I'd hate to give them script approval. You know what rabbis can be like.
Yeah,
Never
I
make up
think
their
that's
mind,
right.
yeah.
The many issues we should explore before committing.
Yes.
And I, of course, the part of Mort Mandelman, Nazi Hunter, was written for me.
I know. It's the perfect marriage between an actor and a part line.
If the Beckett Fest was any indication...
Maybe we can marry the rabbis with the DeVries people. If you want to introduce the subject when we're all together, feel free.
Oh, I can't wait to tell my wife.
Come on, Lionel, I'll introduce you to DeVries.
Davis, should I play them the Job tapes? They're here. They're waiting.
Oh, and are the Job tapes, tell me, Paul, are they actually, I don't know, presentable to the public? Or is something missing, like the sound?
What? Is there a problem? Is there something wrong? Whatever it is, I didn't do it.
Hey, you're just ripping me off, just like all the rest, but that's fine. Why should you be different? Another lazy, shifty kid with a daddy problem. And I want my Rolex, which you stole from off my bedside table. And the ancient Egyptian ceramic cats you took from the library, because this is not working out. I have too much other stuff to do to take time out to play daddy.
Hey, I'm here 24 hours a day, lying to creditors, making tapes, getting takeout mint kasha. Mint kasha. As for the stupid Bible story tapes, I have hired every out-of-work actor and writer and musician in this town who will actually perform for drug or booze money and who might be able to deliver something actually audible. Plus, I didn't take your crappy fake ceramic Metropolitan Museum gift shop cat. As if I would. I didn't have time. I was too busy dodging IRS callers. And your stupid fake Rolex you gave me, and it's cracked.
What can I say? I am sorry. When you're right. Man, do I love you. Man, do I respect you so deeply, more than the dreck that sprung from my own loins. Do I love you, a man who can stand up to me. Let me tell you, this business is almost over, and I am going to take the people who have been loyal to me on a grand European tour. You two guys, Esther, that's it. Right now, if I had an empire, I would give it to you. Now let's bring them in, let's be clear-headed and close this bastard.
More of Mizlansky, Zilinsky starring Nathan Lane in a moment. If you've missed anything so far, you can listen online at latw.org or check this station's website. This is LA Theatreworks.
LA Theatreworks California Month celebration is supported in part by the California Arts Council, a state agency. Find out more at arts.ca.gov.
I learned early on that theater made possible the art of being someone else.
LA Theatreworks presents Act One by James Lapine from the autobiography by Moss Hart, directed by his son, Christopher Hart, starring Jane Kasmarek, Mark Jude Sullivan, and John Tenney. Young Moss will do anything to break into theater.
I will be the hardest working office boy you've ever had.
After a series of setbacks, he realizes he's got a long road ahead of him.
Goodbye.
Where you going?
Hey. I'm going nowhere. That's where I'm going.
But when legendary writer George S. Kaufman takes an interest in his work,
Tell him yes.
Oh, very exciting.
Congratulations, pal.
Moss realizes it's his once-in-a-lifetime chance to make it big.
I spent an almost sleepless night anticipating my first test with George S. Kaufman.
You'll find Act One and hundreds of other audio plays at store.latw.org.
These are guys in the play who want to be Don Simpson. The high-flying Hollywood producer produced a lot of movies with Jerry Bruckheimer, but who partied so hard he died young. They'd love to flame out like that. There's a glamour in that to them. Now there's just public humiliation, shame, and ostracism for that kind of behavior.
Visit latw.org for our conversation with David Rambo, a producer, screenwriter, and playwright who has his share of stories about life in Hollywood. Now, LA Theatreworks continues our California Month series with Mizlansky, Zilinsky by John Robin Baitz.
And his name was Job. And he was an honest, hard-working fellow. He never did
Paul,
wrong.
Get
He
this
feared
guy?
God.
What do you mean? That's
loyal
me.
And good and shunned evil, and he prospered.
This is you?
Yeah. He was very successful with good children who loved him and were loyal. He had thousands upon thousands of camel, oxen, sheep.
Such a wonderful story.
Can I tell you something? At Kmart, there was a mob swarming all over this. It was as if the Beach Boys were in the store.
And he had hundreds of servants. His home was famous for the great Christmas parties. He was a famous man. He had everything a man could wish for. A loving and loyal wife, the envy of his fellow citizens. When
It's very dramatic, don't you think, Lionel?
Oh, yeah, it's great. Very moving.
Could we have a drink?
Sure, Paul. Let's all have a scotch.
No scotch for me. A water. Just a glass of water.
I wouldn't mind a Manhattan.
I'll take a Stoli double on the rock.
This
is my best
moment. He was a holy man. You couldn't get any holier than Job. He'd offer burnt offerings on behalf of his children in case they offended God.
You're kidding me, right? This is some kind of an elaborate practical joke, right?
Shh. Hey, you walked away. Someone had to be in charge of production.
Jesus. And God was so proud, he said to Satan, See, there's nobody on earth like my servant Job. But Satan said, sure, he's God-fearing now. You've treated him well. It's easy for him, but take away his blessings, take away his possessions. He'd turn on you like that.
I think I know who wrote this one.
I like to think I show a certain style, pal.
Yeah, he has a unique voice.
Oh, absolutely.
If you made life hard for him, he turned because God sneered at Satan. That's his life, but God laughed at this. And said, Satan, I accept the challenge.
Okay, why don't we go to lunch?
Yeah, okay, great idea.
I know a nice little Mexican
I'm starving.
place.
Oh, I know that. El Cabron Borracho. It's wonderful.
No, wait. Let's just hear a little more. I have a feeling the best part of the story is yet to come.
And then the fires of punishment rain down. The oxen are slaughtered en masse, and the donkeys stolen by marauding Arab thieves. And then Job is afflicted like never before. A miasma of sorrow strikes him without regard to his dignity or honor. Endless pains and boils and ulcers. And his wife said, you still refuse to blame God? And Job responds as follows. Foolish boy, you have to take the good with the bad.
Woof.
Well, that's just delightful,
Yeah,
right?
it's terrific. Paul, how about those drinks?
Oh, yes, you know, the moral tone, the way it so beautifully sets up the wrath and the power of the Almighty.
Yes, that was I was going
Yes,
for.
we were going for a sober, harsh feel.
Harsh. You know, it has a kind of what? It's a homemade quality.
Well
It's
said.
a good old American homemade.
Well, yeah,
handmade. Yeah.
Homemade things are the best, aren't they?
Yes. Outside of Tulsa, we have an orchard. Granny Smith and McIntosh and Golden Delicious. The kids collect the apples. We make Apple Brown Betty for our friends.
God, do I love Apple Brown Betty.
Me too. I can't get enough. Whenever I have the chance...
I don't think anyone in L.A. makes that.
I'll FedEx you some. My Farlette makes them herself.
Farlette?
My daughter. She uses nutmeg.
But I think I understand you, Horton. Your point is these are the things we work for, right? This is what it's all about.
Oh, yes, exactly. Right, Lionel?
It's very important to give the children a foundation.
Of course, these tapes are not unlike Apple Brown Betty in many respects.
Uh-huh. Yes, right, exactly.
Of course, Apple Brown Betty has a much longer shelf life.
Oh, Sam, so funny. Droll, droll, droll. Okay, Horton, now you have a pretty good idea of what we're talking about with the Job series. It should be a big seller. There's a CPA in Telluride who has 20 clients who are just dying to get their hands on Job.
I am sure.
I can let you have around 25 Jobs for your best clients. The rest will have to make do with Noah and Exodus. Revelation is all gone. North Dakota took the whole thing.
Yes.
Yeah. You boys, you sure did good work.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir. I do so love a nice single maltin afternoon. It sure does help pave the way for the closing of a deal.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it? So, cheers to the closing of deals.
Hear, hear. Hear, hear.
L'chaim.
Now, I suppose drinking helps because it makes it all easier, doesn't it?
Easier?
Yeah. To screw and to be screwed.
Not everyone is quite so ambivalent about business, Sam. To some people, it's not sullying.
No, he's right, Davis. The Scotch, yes. It helps smooth the discussion of monies, doesn't it? People who want different things coming together, trying to navigate the treacherous riptides of negotiation. You're not drinking, Lionel.
Sorry to say, liquor and I are a bad match.
I just have to say, I can't believe that I'm sitting here with Lionel Hart.
Well, here I am, in the flesh.
Is there any chance that they're going to be bringing back Tintoretto?
There was a show that was ahead of its time.
Yeah, sometimes the public just isn't ready. Mm-hmm. It's happened to me, I think, with Dune Buggy Chickadee.
Oh,
classic, yes.
Now, with you promoting the product, Lionel, it gives a certain class to the whole thing. My clients would be over the moon if we could get Lionel to Tulsa to do an evening, play some of the recordings, maybe do a monologue from Tintoretto.
Absolutely.
The one where you capture Dr. Ming.
Oh, yeah, the one, yeah. Go to Tulsa? I've never been.
Well.
And Enid, where we have a group of dentists who buy dozens of these things. They'd have take you out and hunt wild boar and grill it over a spit.
Oh.
Boar? Wild boar?
I hear it's very special. The taste
Just
is...
like chicken. Maybe a little stronger.
We have some interesting movie projects in the works, Horton. The Hunt for Nazis in America.
Wolf at the Door.
Wolf at the Door.
Something we are developing just for Lionel.
Mort Mandelman, Nazi hunter, based on his own work.
It's a complicated, interesting story, and one that tends to get told only from one very particular point of view.
Excuse me?
I would hope that you were going to, take a more balanced approach.
Balanced? About Nazis hiding from justice? Are you kidding?
Well, look at it from the other side, maybe, Balance.
Balance? Did you say balance?
Oh, we'll be very even-handed. We won't play sides. No, we'll present the truths. Maybe we should get down to looking at some of the numbers. After all, if you're buying all these titles, we're going to need time to prepare them.
Absolutely.
What's going on here?
I know. Perhaps you and I should get to our story conference in Burbank.
Yes.
Sure, yeah.
Oh, no, don't go. Now, you'll miss the best part. Now, see these two fellas here, Lionel? They're going to try to Jew me out of my finder's fee.
They're what?
Jew me out of my finder's fee.
I'm sorry. No.
Let's be grown-ups.
Look, I'm sorry, but I don't appreciate that kind of remark. It's extremely offensive. Davis, how can you do business with this?
Oh, come on, Lionel. He was just kidding.
I think he sort of meant it.
Well, son, Son, it's just a figure of speech. I'm sorry if it made you uncomfortable.
Uncomfortable? I am shaking with rage. How dare you?
Sweetie! This is the big world, okay? And this is what it's like. Hey, man, the guy is a buyer. He's pulling this stunt, trying to get a reaction. It's part of his ploy to make a sell on his terms. Smart. Cause the scene, get the guy where he's fragile. You want your kickback, kiddo? Fine, don't worry. We'll give you a nice vigorish. You don't have to play games. Believe me, there's no need. You'll do fine with us today.
Well, I'm not here to make friends. Though, Lionel, we'd still love to be your hosts in Tulsa. But I'm not buying unless I take 10% back in cash.
This is not the gig I signed on for. No.
Yes, it is. It's exactly what you signed for.
Davis, when guys like Mr. DeVries here try to justify their venomous hatred for the Jewish people, they use men like you. I'm not putting my name on this.
Again with the name? Look, Lionel, can we not turn this into a referendum?
You know, Al, if you want to be part of this, that's fine. That's your weakness. God, there is so much I have to be ashamed of in my sorry life.
It's okay, Lionel. You're right. You'll be fine. You're a decent guy, and the truth is, you haven't forgotten how to love or how to live.
Hey, I paid him.
Davis, not now. See, this is a real person, and he's having something called a real reaction, okay?
Don't touch me, okay? Screw you, Sam. You're the worst of them all. I mean, you know, you actually had potential to do something.
Lionel.
Well, that's a pity. Without Lionel Hart, the product isn't so attractive, you know.
Oh, now, Mr. Hart is not material to this deal. We can still...
Okay, Mr. DeVries, you've had your fun. You want to play ball now? Are you getting what you need here?
I hope so. I want to get back home tonight.
And let's close this deal.
Let's have a little come to Jesus with our dear friend Horton here.
Okay.
No, because he's a ghastly, ill-mannered, sadistic little hobgoblin, I'm disinclined to be quite so pliable, to be so very malleable. Verstehst? Now that's Yiddish for understand, Horton.
Sam, I don't have to buy your product. There are other shelter promoters just waiting for my call. But I think that my purchase of 169 titles right here, right now, I have the cashier's check made out to old Brompton Corporation in my briefcase. I think a 10% finder's fee is reasonable.
Take it out of your clients. Take it out, Mr. DeVries, of your Jew-hating, red meat-eating, kicking good old boy clientele, and that, sir, will be that. No extensions, no cutbacks, and no bargaining. Not with you, not today, no. Why is today not like other days? Because, my friend, we don't make deals with trafe, which is Yiddish for filth, actually for pigs.
Sam.
In fact, we will not sell you this product unless you make a 5% donation to the United Jewish Appeal. Or to the Negro College Fund, if that works better for you. Or say, Trekker, what's one of those more gay radical groups?
Stop it, Sam.
Answer me now.
Do not answer him, Paul. This is a test of loyalty.
There's ACT UP, there's Boys Will Be Boys. But maybe that's too radical, because they're queer separatists.
Okay, ACT UP. Oh. Instead of us giving you a kickback, you make a donation, you write a check, hand it over to me, and we deliver it. And then we have a deal. So, Mr. DeVries, what do you say? You have a choice here, you have the... Personally, I would go with ACT UP. But that's because, according to my Jewish analyst who escaped the death camps, I'm a closet case. I'm not anymore, am I?
Gentlemen, I wish you well in your endeavors. I'm sorry that we were unable to come to an agreement here today. I'll be at my hotel for a few hours if you change your mind.
Mr. DeVries, why don't you let me take you down the hill? We have other stars. We can get Banachek.
And there you have it.
Why, Sam? Explain. Why did you let him push you?
What? Come on, Davis. Play the game. You love this stuff. Go after him.
He's gone, you know that.
Nah, go down to his hotel in about, an hour. Go down there, salvage it, play him out, see what you can do. He has the checks. They're in his briefcase. They're waiting for you.
He won't do it.
Just close the deal, Davis. You can do that. You know how. It's easy for you. For the pool if you have to.
I don't understand. The money was ours.
Hey, I just did a classic Mizlansky. I let my hostility get in the way. See? Fun, isn't it?
Sam, are you insane? I am broke here.
You know, it was in the middle of the book of Job, where he was besieged by, what was that marvelous phrase? A miasma of sorrows. I looked over at you, and I thought, let's see how that looks on Davis.
So this is all for revenge?
Do not underestimate the power of revenge. It is as powerful as love, as powerful as sloth, as powerful as lust.
That deal was so precious to me, Sam.
Sweetie, the deal is dead. The big question for you is, now what?
You know, I'm disappointed in you, Sam. I thought you knew me better. I wish I could stop myself. If I only had that thing, what do they call it? Moderation.
But we both know I don't. You know my brakes don't work and that I accelerate downhill. I'm not like other guys. I just can't help myself. I've got to return fire.
That's why I'm such a lousy dad. I've got to strike back. You know that wonderful way some people detach themselves and look down on the battlefield and say enough's enough? That's not me. I'm totally comfortable with this sort of thing, and the awful thing is I kind of like it. So watch this space. Verstehst?
What?
On billboards, watch this space. It means you'll see. Hey, I have nothing to lose. Watch this space. When I come back, you'll both be gone. Trekker, you have my old Adler typewriter at your house.
I do not.
I want that typewriter, and I'll send detectives to get it. Your Christmas bonus, kid. Enjoy it.
You know, I have seen some pretty funky stuff in this house in the 3 years I've worked for Davis. I think that was probably the funkiest. Thank you.
Well, so, Paulie, what are you going to do with yourself now that Davis is through being your host?
I think I'll be able to land a job somewhere. Short order cook, limo driver, the bar at Trump's. I don't know, just somewhere, not too glorious. Just work my way out of L.A. to San Francisco, Sonoma.
I don't think so. I think you're going to stay in town, whore around probably. Probably you'll get into something fairly nasty soon.
No, I'm getting out. I was born here, but it feels different now. It feels like the poison apple.
No. You'll try and get another job, but I don't think anybody's going to hire a kid like you. There's just too many of you. And some haven't been tainted by Davis Mizlansky or a Sam Zilinsky. No. You're going to have to find another Davis the Con, someone with a short attention span who won't mind being ripped off and sucked up to at the same time. Now, where I wonder, in a town like this, would you find somebody like that?
Hey, Sam, are you really gay?
Just a little, Paul.
Oh, well, it's better than none at all, I suppose.
Ooh, I like this new table, Wendy.
Yeah, it has the crystals inside. Okay, now just lie on your back and let me do the work.
Mr. Mizlansky?
Davis?
Yes, Mr. Fernbach.
Mr. Mizlansky, I have agents Forrester, Llewellyn, and Coombs with me, and we would like to tape record this conversation, as may you.
We are. Oh, sure. We should all have a little memento, right? A little harder, Wendy, darling, on the shoulders.
Okay, now breathe, Davis. Just let your mind drift. Okay, drift to the beach, to Baja, to a sandy cove. Just in, out.
Okay, we're taping now.
Fine.
For the record, it is 10:45 p.m., December 15th, 1984. I have to say, when you called to see us, we were surprised, seeing as you've gone to such extraordinary lengths to avoid the IRS for so long.
Yes, well, Mr. Fernbach, I have been busy, but now is the right time to have a dialogue.
Indeed, yeah, a friendly sort of conversation. A talk.
Just to the left there, Wendy, on the clavicle.
Oh, yeah. Oh, there's a knot. It's really tight, Davis.
Mr. Mizlansky has been under the care of several medical practitioners. Very busy. He's not well, you understand. Viruses and exhaustion.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Well, we would have cooperated with you guys earlier, but the health issues were so desperate they didn't give us time, so we thought we should make an appointment to meet.
To make a deal, right? I assume. Usually it's at the last second. I'm surprised we hadn't even asked a judge for a cease and desist yet.
Oh, you don't have to. I'm ceasing and desisting. Without any pushing from you. Darling, I'm not paper mache. You can squeeze.
Okay, a deal implies we have not admitted wrongdoing.
You will.
Yeah, if the IRS tried to prosecute Old Brompton Corporation and was not successful, you would have...
Mr. Fernbach, the floodgates would open wide. You would be besieged with shelter promoters, case after case. A lot of guys out there, a lot of them have not got the ethics of a hog.
Mr. Mizlansky, what have you got?
I will cease and desist this business here and now,
provided that this conversation be taken into consideration. That there be no question at all of any charges against Mr. Mizlansky.
Charges at all.
Davis, your lactic acid...
We're going to put you on hold for a minute, gentlemen.
You have got to watch your chakras, Davis. I mean, if you could see your aura, it's so beautiful, but it's got a lot of dreck on the edges. I'm trying to clean it up. You have to be very careful because it gets gummed up.
Oh, use some Windex, sweetie. Give it a little elbow grease.
Oh, Davis. Relax and breathe.
Okay, we're back.
Davis, come back.
Okay.
Well, naturally. Freedom, by all means, this being the holiday season and all.
Okay.
Go on.
All right, we're talking about complete freedom, total exoneration. Mr. Mizlansky is not conceding any wrongdoing.
No.
But his health issues are such that they are forcing us to settle this quickly.
So talk, and then we'll figure out what the deal is.
You know how it is. I let a persuasive, dominating, bullying guy talk me into unthinkable things.
Sam Zilinsky?
Yes.
Relax your stomach, Davis.
Is anyone there with you?
No, just us.
Oh, I have a cold. It's got me all stuffed up, coughing.
Just relax, Davis. Just let it go. I'll do all the work.
The whole thing is all Sam. This is very hard to talk about.
Take your time, Mr. Mizlansky.
Okay, just try and think about the way the air comes and goes and how few breaths you can take. Okay, just picture the bad air leaving your body. Green cloud.
Last year, when this Bible story stuff started, Sam backdated a bunch of documents. He kept selling after December 31st. Yeah. I told him we had to stop, but he was so arrogant about it. He signed all the papers. It's all in his name.
Go on.
Go on?
The hiding of funds, the shell game, backdating.
Oh. Yes, the hiding of funds, of course.
Davis, are you sure you want to...
No, we should have a full disclosure.
Attention.
The funds offshore. He called it his emergency money, Mr. Fernbach.
Then there is some money offshore?
Not anymore.
Oh?
There's a big bag of money in his hotel room. About 5 minutes from here, right up Wilshire, $350,000 in cash.
Yes, you don't have to do a thing, Davis. I'll take care of everything down there.
Oh.
Just breathe, tension, relax.
Oh.
And why now? Why not follow him all the way? He's your partner.
Mr. Fernbach, I want to be free. I just followed him around waiting for it to end. Now, let me tell you how he architected this business, how he planned it, how he executed that plan.
Just let it go, Davis. Just let it out. Release.
Sam planned it all.
Release.
Zilinsky! It's all Zilinsky!
Yeah.
Hi, Sam.
Davis, have a seat. I never understood why you like the farmers market so much.
Oh, it's the other L.A. Not ours, you know. These people here just trying to get by, shuffling between the chow mein and the newsstand. The tourists, I used to spend whole days up here between marriages, children, kids, days when I had nowhere special I had to be.
I hate the way in California the Christmas decorations stay up into January. It's such bad form. In New York, you know, people move on. They're down by December 26th, practically.
I like it. I wish they'd stay up all year. Christmas in July. Want a glaze raised?
No, thanks.
Relax. Don't look so taut. It's not so bad from what I hear.
I talked to a guy I know from the Y, and he was friends with Haldeman. Yeah, he said Danbury, Connecticut. You know, it's very easy to do. Or Lompoc. Lompoc prison is supposed to be terrific, you know. I hear they have a brilliant chef in the kitchen.
They won't keep you very long.
Probably a few months is all. I'll be out by late summer, as my lawyer says.
It'll be nice, quiet, monastic, good for you.
So, you, of course, I should have known, made yourself a deal.
Reciprocity. It's a very tiring way to live. But still, I do believe in it.
You should have seen him when they came into my room at the Casa della Ventana del Sol and took the money. You would have loved that. It was just like in Dune Buggy Chickadee.
What can I say? I had no choice. I had to give him something.
What are you going to do?
Me? I don't know. I got about 12 weeks of community service at a daycare center in Watts. I actually love it. The kids. Oh, I see Esther. She's working in shoes now at Neiman Marcus. I see my ex-wife, and she's working in shoes, and it's not so bad. I wander around town, killing time.
I don't know what I'm going to do when I get out.
You'll figure it out. You'll be free. It's what you wanted. So, Mexico, go do something. Volunteer work, teach a class. Take a class. I gotta go pick up Esther. I stole her car.
You left your bag of donuts.
Yeah.
Very heavy donuts, Davis.
Look inside. Maybe there's a prize. For you. For after Danbury. You know that thing I do, hiding stuff from myself because I'm afraid someone will steal it?
Yeah, you're overriding metaphor. It's a clay cat. The Egyptian.
I have two. I thought I had hidden them in the attic from myself. But the kid came by. He had them. He had taken them.
Tracker? Really? He did? Trained them well.
Anyway, there's a buyer. This guy wants to buy it. Keeps calling. The numbers in there are Mr. Hamzer in Laguna Beach. Driving me crazy, but it's cash for you. From Mexico. A cushion.
Yeah, a cushion, huh?
A small one.
A small one. Well, yeah, it's a cushion.
You'll be okay, Sam.
Right. Hey, Davis, remember that first day at Metro in '65? I was sitting there alone. We had our first picture, our first deal, and you ran in and you said, they signed, man. It's our town.
It's our town.
This is LA Theatreworks' production of Mizlansky, Zilinsky by John Robin Baitz, part of our special California Month series. If you've missed anything, or if you'd like to listen to this show online, visit us at latw.org or check this station's website for more information.
LA Theatreworks' California Month celebration is supported in part by the California Arts Council, a state agency. Find out more at arts.ca.gov.
Nathan Lane starred as Davis Mizlansky and Paul Sand as Sam Zilinsky. Also starring Richard Masser, Rob Morrow, Grant Shaw, Julie Kavner, Harry Shearer, Robert Walden, Samantha Bennett, and Kurtwood Smith. Stage manager and live sound effects, John Lovick. Technical director, Raymond Guarna. Our director is Ron West. The senior producer of our radio series is Ron Lipkin. Matt Coe composed our theme music. If you live in LA or planning a trip and you'd like to be part of the live audience for one of our shows, visit latw.org or follow us on Facebook and Twitter to find out more. And email your comments or suggestions to radio@latw.org. I'm Susan Lowenberg, producing director of LA Theatreworks.
Support for this program is provided by TheaterMania.com, the heart of theater online. TheaterMania.com features regular and discount tickets, comprehensive listings, news, and online ticketing systems for Broadway, off-Broadway, and theater nationwide. More information is available at TheaterMania.com. Major support for the production of plays in our current live performance season is provided by the Peter Glenville Foundation. Additional support is provided by the Capital Group Company's Charitable Foundation and the Los Angeles County Board of Supervisors through the Los Angeles County Arts Commission. This is LA Theatreworks.
I'm Stacey Keach.
I'm Jo Beth Williams.
This is Alfred Molina.
I'm Jane Kasmarek.
I'm Martin Jarvis.
I'm Christine Lottie.
This is LA Theatreworks. I'm Susan Lowenberg.
They were in a sense, very military. They were very conforming places. If you didn't conform, you were in real trouble. They were full of bullying, indulged in by the masters almost as much as the boys.
That's author Michael Darlow talking about the boys' boarding schools of England in the early 20th century. Schools such as Harrow, Eton, and Westminster have been at the forefront of independent education in England for centuries, and their traditions have been portrayed in countless works of drama and fiction. This week we present one of the most iconic in the genre, the Browning version by Terence Rattigan. Martin Jarvis stars as Andrew Crocker Harris, an ineffectual schoolmaster whose imminent departure sets off a chain of quietly devastating revelations. And now, LA Theatreworks presents the Browning version by Terence Rattigan, starring Martin Jarvis, Stephen Brand, and Kate Steele.
Sir? 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 Ooh, chocolates. Just one. Ooh, I say, walking sticks, jolly good. And swing. And swing.
If you're trying a golf swing, roll the wrists away from the ball. Don't break them like that. That's it. Now swing. Too quick. Slow back and stiff left arm. It's no good just whacking the ball as if you were the headmaster and the ball was you. It'll never go more than 50 yards if you do. Get a rhythm. A good golf swing is a matter of aesthetics, not brute strength, even with a walking stick. What's the matter?
I think we made a tear in the carpet, sir.
Nonsense. That was there already. Give me the stick. Do I know you?
No, sir.
What's your name?
Taplow.
Taplow? No, I don't. You're not a scientist, I gather.
No, sir. I'm still in the lower fifth. I can't specialize until next term. That's to say, if I've got my remove, all right.
Don't you know yet if you've got your remove?
No, sir. Mr. Crocker Harris doesn't tell us the results like the other masters.
Why not?
Well, you know what he's like, sir.
I believe there is a rule that form results should only be announced by the headmaster on the last day of term.
Yes, but who else pays attention to it? Except Mr. Crocker Harris.
Well, I don't, I admit. But that's no criterion. So you've got to wait until tomorrow to know your fate, have you?
Yes, sir.
Supposing the answer is favourable. What then?
Oh, science, sir. Of course.
Yes. We get all the slackers.
I'm extremely interested in science, sir.
Are you? I'm not. Or not at least in the science I have to teach.
Well, anyway, sir, it's a good deal more exciting than this muck.
What is this muck?
Aeschylus, sir. The Agamemnon.
And your considered view is that the Agamemnon of Aeschylus is muck, is it?
Well, no, sir. I don't think the play is muck, exactly. I suppose in a way it's a rather good plot, really. A wife murdering her husband and having a lover and all that. I only meant the way it's taught to us. Just a lot of Greek words strung together and 50 lines if you get them wrong.
You sound a little bitter, Taplow.
I am rather, sir.
Kept in, eh?
No, sir. Extra work.
Extra work? On the last day of school?
Yes, sir. And I might be playing golf. You'd think he'd have enough to do anyway himself, considering he's leaving tomorrow for good. But oh no,